again, Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we get started, as we always do, you guys, as we always do, number one, happy Friday. Today is Friday. But you know what, Fitzgerald? It's weird. It's like when you're working for yourself, right? And you're not in corporate America with your standard 5 days a week, weekends off. It's like the days just run concurrent. Like Friday is a Monday, Saturday is a Tuesday. Like it's all the same now.
Yeah, well, you can look at it like that. I have one of our affiliates. He's a truck driver. His first name is Amir, matter of fact.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, and so he called me. He said, Fitzgerald, every time I hear you, you always on your bike or something. This what you do full time? I said, yeah, that's why you hear me. I go to work at 1:00, with the Prince. I do some other things, and then, and I go out and do my exercise, my bike routine. But yeah, this is what I do full time. So he's like, wow. I say, yeah, don't worry, we can help you do it too. You can definitely do it too. So I second what Diana said. Happy Friday, everyone, and it's great to be with you guys again. Hope you and your families are prospering, and and I hope things are going very, very well for you.
Absolutely. So, guys, thank you so much for joining. We are so happy. Human-centered. Thanks for the great content, all inspiring stuff for a self-directed lives, brother. Thank you so much for that kind comment. It really means a lot. Thank you so much. I'm glad you appreciate the content. I really do. So again, thank you guys for joining us.
You.
Make sure you go to dynastamir.com. Go to dynastamir.com. You guys see the ticker on the bottom. I'm still, I've been using StreamYard for almost a year now, and I'm still, learning, everything it has to offer. So go to dynastamir.com, guys. Subscribe to our email list. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this platform. Share the videos, like it. I mean, we have great content. I know there are people out there who can appreciate, especially what Brother Fitzgerald is saying. I'm sure they will appreciate the jewels that he gives. So, guys, make sure you support and share this content so people can hear it, because you're not going to hear this on mainstream media, because, mainstream media is a lot of it is junk. So, guys, come here and get, some real life gems. So make sure you do that. Also, books for sale, guys. Got the children's books, sales books, Sales Motivation 101. Get off your, I can't, I'm just going to say get off your butt and cold call, because we're on YouTube and they're striking everything. So get off your butt and cold call. You guys, make sure you go to Amazon.com. Support, buy the book. Greatly appreciate it. Support Black authors. I mean, support us Black writers. So go and buy the book. Greatly appreciate it. And then The Sun Loves Me, my children's book, is also available. So go and support that as well. So before we get started, in the comment section, right, and on the screen, and in the description, for those who are going to watch the playback, is my affiliate link for Karatbars. So we're going to get into exactly what Karatbars is, and go into detail. But hit that subscription button, sign up as an affiliate. I am going to personally call you, and me and Fitzgerald are going to get you up and running. Okay, make sure you guys are successful. So thank you so much. So I was reading an article, and I want to pull it up right quick. And basically, it was going.
John, before you get on to that, for the first 10 people that would register with Prince Dinas Amir with at least a gold package or above, I'm going to personally get you those two books that my brother is selling. The Sun Loves Me and Get Off Your A and Cold Call. So I already got it myself. I think it's a dynamic tool. So I personally just go ahead and get that. Dinas, you just got to let me know who they are.
Okay, I will.
And then so I'll just get that out for the first 10 people who get a gold package or above, which should it be a VIP. I'm just investing in you because I know it's going to make profound change in both yours and your children's lives.
Thank you, for sure. Thank you.
That's all I wanted to say on that, Dinas.
Appreciate it. So, when we talk on this platform, one one of our solutions that we offer as far as the changing economic environment and corporate environment is, starting a gold franchise in the importance of gold in regards to hedging inflation. Inflation is a tier one asset that's always that appreciates. So that's what we deal with here. And so there was an article a couple of days ago. I had caught it on Facebook. Donald Trump and the Fed could be about to crash the dollar. And I know me and Fitzgerald, we talk a lot as far as the dollar weakening and how, I remember growing up when me and my mom on a Sunday morning, I'm from South Sacramento, California. I stayed in a garden block off of 21st and Florin. And so right up the street in Florin in another neighborhood adjacent to the garden block where I stayed, the gardens, was an area called Green Haven. And so there was a grocery store there called Bel Air, which is, I think it's still there. So we would go there Sunday once a month. Now hear me, guys. We would go there on a Sunday once a month. This is back early 90s, late 80s. When I was too young to stay home by myself. Again, I want to repeat this. We would go there once a month. My mom would spend $100 in groceries and we would be good for the entire month. All right. Again, for me, myself, my grandma, whenever my cousins came over, $100 a month. And you guys know I love to eat. I love to eat. That $100 a month would feed us for the whole month. And I'm talking about early 90s, late 80s. Literally, it's just me and my son, right? And my son doesn't stay with me full time. I might have him 3 or 4 days out of the week. To feed me and my son, right? I'm talking about once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, I'm spending $60. Again, once a week, I got to go in there and I'm spending $60. All right. So we're talking, we'll say $200 a month on groceries versus $100 a month. And when I say $180, $200 a month on groceries, right? That's just to feed me primarily versus $100 a month that fed me, my grandma, my mom, and my cousins when they would come over. So that right there tells you how the dollar's weakening. Now, I know Fitzgerald talks about back, in back in the day with him and his brothers and his mom when they would go to the grocery store. How much you guys spend per month on groceries, Fitzgerald?
Mom and Daddy would go to Kroger's, $125, $30 at the max. We would come out with 2 shopping carts full of food. 2 shopping carts. We would, my parents would buy for the month. Dad didn't believe in going to stores every other day. He just simply didn't believe in it. And so when I say groceries, I'm talking about laundry detergent, dishwashing soap, other items. But we would have 2 baskets full, including the sweetened cereal that I could sneak in there without Dad knowing it. Yeah. I mean, it was astounding, and I just thought that's the way it was, man. And inflation, what eats up your purchasing power, it's so gradual. You don't notice it is so gradual. All of a sudden you're walking around like, dang, stuff really has went up. Right now, grocery store prices, food prices are going up, especially with meats, especially with great organic meat, which is the one you should be eating anyway. Once again, I left Publix today. Don't ask where I got here.
The girl goes, listen, guys, we want to go ahead. Hold on. Listen, guys, hold on. Stop the show.
Wait a minute. This was a gentleman this time, man. This gentleman.
Listen, intervention. I don't know why, but Fitzgerald goes to Publix every day. I don't know why.
I got off the bike ride. I had to get some fresh food. I don't like to eat
every day.
Well, you gotta get fresh food. You know, you don't want to suck a lot of those preservative stuff up. You know, so but nevertheless, man, nevertheless, stuff is increasing. And because it's because of the inflation quadrant, it's simply just taking more of your dollars just to purchase items. And I don't see anything but that going up. You know, and our wages have to go up in accordingly. You know, your wages must outpace inflation. Certainly your dollar's not going to do it, or your dollars, you know. So, you know, gold is doing it very, very well. And you know, and you just need that. You just need something to outpace inflation. Inflation. I define inflation as nothing but termites eating your paper dollars. You know, it's just eating the value of your paper dollars. We got paid today.
Oh, we did. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I know.
So we got paid today.
Where's the MasterCard at?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, you need something constant. You need something constant that outpaces inflation's residual incomes and just keeps at the heel of inflation, because you're really not getting any air. You're really not getting any traction. Like, if, for example, you want to lose weight, and Dynas is more versed on this than myself. If you want to lose weight and get yourself fit, you must burn more calories than you take in, and you must consistently do that. You must burn more calories than you take in. So you can't be fit if you're burning like 500 calories, but you're consuming 2,000. Right. You know, eventually, you're gonna get, for lack of a better word, fat. You're not going to be in fit. And so likewise, you can't really grow wealth if you keep earning, but the inflation is keep eating your purchasing power, keep dwindling your purchasing power. So you have to have something that outpaces inflation. We like gold. Gold is being a tier 1 asset. It does just that. Not anything flashy. It's not going to be like your .com stocks. Some of those like that. It's just like almost like a turtle, like a study tour course. Just keep going and going and going. Eventually, it's going to catch up. I mean, what gold is for the most part is doing pretty darn good right now in comparison to where it was about maybe 5 years ago. Pretty steady. It's definitely not losing any money. It has some at the times where it drops, then it gets right back up, but it's just a steady climb. I really like that, and along with real estate, to name a few, to put my money in where I can, realize equity, realize more income, appreciating income, so that's just my thing as far as with that. But I'm looking constantly, what can I do that's going to grow my money as opposed to take it or worse, just to keep it the same. So that's Carrot Bars allows us to do that, and do by us a saving in gold and, getting paid in euros and completing residual income, who also people save in gold, and just the process just keep repeating itself over and over. So, but, as far as for me, in my working career, since I started working at a cardboard factory in Jacksonville, Florida, back in 1983 and at 18, and up until now, what I'm, with my age now, in my mid 50s, still I've never seen a system that can top what Carrot Bars does. And I mean that all sincerely. And I've been around a lot of things, even including the former sales jobs that I do, as far as what I personally have done. I'm not saying what anyone else out there has done. But what I personally have done, I haven't seen anything that can grow wealth like this system, that is by with Carrot Bars. I've never seen anything with it. I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not going to make pretentious statements saying like this is the easiest thing I have done, but it's definitely not the most difficult thing I've done by the long shot. All I do is just I and Dynas and many of our business partners, all we do is take a portion of our paper dollars, exchange it into gold, tell other people who take a portion of their paper dollars, right, exchange it into gold, and then we create a residual income off of that in 149 countries, running a global enterprise from the comfort of our home with a cell phone. While Dynas is at the gym working out, I'm on the bike trail working out, we're still getting paid, in euros. And so that's a power feeling, so it frees our time up. to do what to think projects that are important to us. For example, Dynas it wouldn't be impossible, but it'd be much more difficult right now for him to do the Search for Uru channel, to him to create his books, or definitely for him to do his tour company, and many other projects he has in the window. If he had to really spend 8 to 10 hours a day on a job, it would be extraordinarily difficult. Well, plus he's a father.
And I'm a father.
So you got to work that in. So being able to tell your time what to do, as opposed to someone else telling you what you're going to do with your time, is very liberating and empowering. But nevertheless, as I've constantly advocated several times within the stream, within the previous streams, you have got to get yourself on a strong economic platform in order to do that. You got to buy your freedom. As it was back in the days of slavery, a person could purchase a freedom with a cost. So is it right now. The new slavery is economic, and you must buy your freedom. You must have retirement. It's not based on age at all. It's based on income.
Right.
You could be 26-year-old Taylor Swift, retirement, because lady is worth about $500 million. So it's not age, it's income, and particularly income that comes in residually, income that keeps coming in and keeps coming in. That's why some of your lottery winners get broke. That's why some of your professional athletes become broke, because they keep spending without, and then once the checks stop, they don't have nothing else to regenerate their reservoirs, not unless you're a savvy person like Shaquille O'Neal or David Beckman, or the late great Kobe Bryant, or Michael Jordan, of people, Roger Staubach, athletes who acquired business acumen and learned how to really invest that money in growth equity instruments, and allow it and increase that wealth. There's a guy, David Bing. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Look him up.
Baseball player.
Detroit Pistons.
Okay.
Detroit Pistons. It owns the Bing Steel Group, and multi-millionaire. Far as because he knew how to parlay his salary into other investments that created him an income that far exceeded his MBA platform. So that's what we're talking about. You have to create an income in order to create other incomes. You have to have an income in order to create other incomes. Because I'm a big proponent, as I stated yesterday, it's not really about gold with me. It's about income streams. I see the Carrot Bars allows me to do that very, very well. It's about multiple income streams with me. To far as to do what I need to do, and more importantly, do what I want to do with my time, which is limited, that God Almighty has blessed me with. So that's what we're advocating. When I come on here talking about freedom, I'm talking about time and financial freedom. And you need a vehicle to help you get there. It's nothing like this. Dynas, we're doing a stream with Jacob tonight in Australia again. We got. Excuse me. We have many things going on around the world, where Dynas and I have more than, whether we like it or not, one of us has got to get over to the UK, and I mean soon. And far as it's stuff is, and I expect the same thing to happen with Australia, simply because we have business partners out there. They're growing their wealth. It's good that we can support them over the phone, but I just personally want to be there and meet them. I just personally want to be there and work with them and things and stuff. So without this business, I couldn't make decisions like that. When like everyone else on this stream, but like primarily everyone else on this stream, I didn't start really thinking about Africa seriously until I became a subscriber to Search for Uru. And I would hear Dynas talk about it, and then I would hear different affiliates, whether Takaya talking about it, living over there, and I'm like, what, that wouldn't be cool. I really, for the most part, I'd rather go to Africa than Europe. I just wanted to see the African continent. Then that's the birthplace of my forefathers. I just want to, I just want to go there. But I could never have talked about, much less living there, owning property there without income streams. I started getting on that thinking about once I started building my carrot bar business because I had an end game, and then plus with Dynast saying so much of me watching him over the years, and he made it sound so exciting for me. And I said, man, I want to go too, but I'm not thinking about just going on vacation. When I go over there, I want to just stay like six or 7 weeks, maybe with 2 months at a time, because I'm not worried about no one giving me a call like they did down there. Hey, when you coming back? And when you come back, we got to talk. We got to talk. I'm not worried about those things. And so, not at my age. It just gets to be ridiculous. When you become my age or any age, when you got to ask someone for permission to do what you want their time simply because what you want to do with your time simply because they control your income. And so now to switch to the subject where
hey,
said,
I was gonna read some of this article before we get to the
sure. Go ahead because that's an interesting subject that you picked yet again.
And guys, make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, go to Amazon, get a book, and also affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. It's also scrolling through the screen. It'll also be in the description as well. All right, let's see here. Donald Trump and the Fed could be about to crash the U.S. dollar. This is from Forbes magazine. Let me put the link in the chat room real quick so you guys can have it. This is from Forbes magazine. Throw that in the chat room.
Pretty reputable for editors like that. I mean, that's not like.
Well, yeah, I try to find reputable, outlets. So Donald Trump and the Federal Reserve have already gone to previously unimaginable lengths to support an economy hard hit by coronavirus lockdowns. Now President Trump is piling pressure on Fed Chair Jerome Powell to go further, taking interest rates below zero and weakening the U.S. dollar. Let's see here. As long as other countries are receiving the benefits of negative rates, the USA should also accept the gift, Trump said via Twitter. Trump was voicing his support of negative interest rates after the Bank of England's deputy governor said it had thought about negative rates on and off for years, potentially following the Bank of Japan and the European Central Bank into negative territory. Negative rates can spur banks to lend by penalizing them for hoarding cash. However, they also severely limit bank lending profits and the interest on savers' deposits. The inflation created to make negative rates possible will hurt wage earners. Euro Pacific Capital Chief Executive and gold investor gold investor. Yeah. Peter Schiff replied to Trump, adding, the overall economy will be less productive and living standards will be lower as a result. Billionaire bond king Jeff Gundlach has said negative interest rates would be fatal. Trump's comments come ahead of a speech by Fed Chair Powell on Wednesday where he expected to dampen expectations of negative interest rates, though many investors aren't convinced. The Fed has developed a habit of caving in the face of market pressure in recent years. Capital economics Paul Ashworth wrote this week, negative interest rates have gone from theoretical to distinctly possible. Michael Purse, chief executive of Talbot and Capital Advisors, told Reuters. Last week, the futures market began pricing in the possibility of the U.S. moving to negative rates as its economic outlook worsened, something that caught Wall Street off guard. I am surprised to see some of these expectations for negative rates so soon after the Fed has done so much, from significant asset purchase programs to zero rates and flooding the economy with liquidity. Larry Milstein, head of government debt trading at RW Pressbridge, told Bloomberg. However, Powell has said he's willing to go further to prop up the economy if needed. It may well be the case that the economy needs more support, Powell said, speaking at a press conference after the Fed's April policy meeting. Harvard University professor Kenneth Rogoff thinks the Fed should use deep negative interest rates to kickstart the economy, calling on the Fed to lower the rates to negative 3%. For those who have viewed negative interest rates as a bridge too far for central banks, it might be time to think again. Rogoff wrote in a Project Syndicate column arguing a weaker dollar, stronger global growth, and a reduction in capital flight would help emerging and developing economies. Meanwhile, the prospect of negative interest rates puts the dollar and many other fiat currencies at stark odds with Bitcoin, a deflationary cryptocurrency. Bitcoin yesterday underwent its third supply squeeze, known as a halving, with the number of new Bitcoin being created cut by half. The Bitcoin protocol has a monetary policy built into the code and is therefore not bound by political or other external manipulation, said Guy Hurst, U.S. Managing Director of Brokerage of eToro. Every 210,000 blocks, Bitcoin will hold a stronger stock to flow ratio, which makes Bitcoin a real source of value. Central banks have now made printing trillions of dollars a normal occurrence, which is not sustainable. Many Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchanges, no, hold on, let me go back. Oops. Many Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchanges, Karatbars, we have our own crypto too, you guys, have seen users and trading volume soar since the coronavirus crisis began and people's faith in the financial system wavers. eToro reports March registration surged over 220% in the U.S. compared to the same month last year. As the U.S. counts the cost of the coronavirus pandemic, alternative assets like Bitcoin could begin to look more attractive. Now, we have our own crypto. We deal in gold. Forbes magazine is telling you that this dollar is about to have some issues. I mean, why wouldn't you get involved with a company like Karatbars? You know, why wouldn't you? Go ahead, Fitzgerald.
Honestly,
yeah,
your subject matter is the Fed and Donald Trump trying to destroy the U.S. dollar. I am totally inadequate to speak on that subject.
Go ahead.
You know, I mean, with that, first of all, we have people within our Karatbar platform, you know, that would know about that. One I could think of, Steve Coates, Crypto Steve, could talk in reference to how our gold-backed cryptocurrency can match up, especially what it can put on par with negative interest rates, which seems to be a big thing. Like the bank is talking about, we ain't getting profit, we ain't get profit, we ain't get profit. So it seemed to be more that they're fighting that, and rightfully so, because that's the way they really make the majority of their money. That's the way they make all their money, and through interest. And then there's another man that I could think of, two men I could think of, Michael Delco and Ricardo Hamilton. But until I get versed upon that subject, Dinaz, I'm really very inadequate to speak on that. Do I think now, in my opinion, is Donald Trump and the Fed trying to destroy the dollar? I doubt it. I doubt President Trump would be to do that, because he stands just as a business owner. He stands a world to lose on that thing too. But then again, with negative interest rates, with a man like him that borrows money, and many business owners like him, that could be a very, very enticing thing. But I really am not qualified to speak on this subject with any intelligence, because I'm not versed on that. Give me a little while after I stay a couple of years and I get my MBA, like in taxation, and probably with cryptocurrency, where I can have something I talk about. I'm very particular, not talking about stuff I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I would have to buy out. Actually, what this show with, we would have to put a B part together, get Michael Delco on this stream, and I'll just sit in the audience as a guest, learn out, because I don't have the answers, but I know where to go to get the answers.
But as far as the dollar in general, I mean, what are your thoughts on it, as far as it being the global reserve currency? And I know we talk about the Chinese, I guess yuan, and the all that, it replacing the dollar. Do you think that's still possible? I know we talk about that.
Possible. I know it's possible. We owe a tremendous amount of debt to China. So the borrower is serving to the lender. For what I'm seeing, that with a lot of world governments, and particularly some of the larger ones like Russia, who they deal with the ruble, and they've been partnered with China for centuries. The part of Eastern Russia is Asiatic. It borders China. So they've been in partnerships for a long time. They wish to get off the dependence of the American dollars.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Who's calling me on my Google Voice? I'm sorry, for sure. Hold on. Let me stop that. All right, go ahead. Sorry about that.
They wish to get off. They wish to get off the dependency of having the U.S. as the world's reserve, global reserve policy, currency, where petrol is bought in that. I know Iran isn't a big fan of U.S. at all. And that goes vice versa. But they want to get dependent they want to get independence. Why? Why would they? Now, this is something I'm versed with. You guys ever heard of sanctions? Sanctions are things, in particular with the U.S. and even England, will use these, and like they will stop the facilitation of trade from a nation if they don't go along with certain policies or they deem them a rogue nation. Notice that Britain and the United States and Israel, that doesn't happen to them. But it happens to the governments who supposedly are not in that tribe. So what do you have right here? If I go ahead and say, Dynas, you're Nigeria, you're not going along with, I'm going to put sanctions on you. So I'm going to greatly restrict your trade. I'm going to greatly restrict your import and export. And by the way, any other countries that deals with you, I'm going to stop that too, until you come around, do I'm not saying, because you know what, we're the reserve currency. We have a lot of global transactions are transacted in US dollars. We control the SWIFT payment system that we can freeze accounts. So what if you had someone like, you can jump off a bridge with your money. I won't even have to use your currency. And I will get my own currency that's backed up, just as respected and just as powerful, if not more powerful than yours, on the world market. That's what caused Muammar Gaddafi his life, because he was going to put one global currency together for Africa. That's what cost him his life. That's what caused the overthrow of Saddam Hussein for Iraq, because he was like, yeah, we don't really need a deal. U.S., we don't need to buy our money for our, we don't really, we got the petroleums, we can use that to back up. We just bypass your gold. That's what got him killed. Right. This is fact. This is fact. That that's what got the great Thomas Sakur assassinated by France over in Africa, because he wanted to do the same thing. No, these are facts. It's in history. I'm not making this up. No, look at your history and stuff like that. But so people are weary with their whole economy is being controlled by just a small group of nations who really got a stranglehold on the world economy. The only thing keeping the dollar's value is that it is. The primary thing keeping the dollar's value is that that it holds the world reserve status. I mean, if we lose that, man, you think inflation is something over here now? I mean, you haven't seen anything, and this is a subject I'm very, very passionate about, because like the International Monetary Fund, based out of Europe, they would say, like, for example, how is it that €1, and there was a lady that spoke on this from Sierra Leone. I have to find that on TED Talks. How is it that €1, most African countries?
Hey, for sure. I'm gonna go get a Leone. I'm gonna go get one. I'll be right back. Keep going.
Okay, I mean, how is it that €1 can sometimes equal much as 30,000 euro, 30,000 of a certain African country, or to pick one, what you want, when Africa has the resources, the diamonds, the golds, the lithiums, the cobalt, the petroleum, the cocoa, the rubber, when they have all the resources, but Europe doesn't have any of those. How is that possible? No, how is that possible? No, I submit to you that it's primarily possible because the currencies are being deliberately manipulated. Because if Africa was allowed to sell their products on the worldwide market at market rates, it could possibly bankrupt a lot of Western countries. This is fact. I mean, when you look like for France, for example, when they have their so-called colonies, mostly in Western Africa, because Western Africa is primarily French speaking. There's a reason for that, and so I understand that the colonies, they have to pay them for some colonial tax. Check this out. We conquered you, but you got to pay us because we conquered you. Back in antiquity. But those colonies, about 14 countries, maybe Togo, Cote d'Ivory, Cameroon, Mali, and quite a few more that I haven't named. Those countries have to pay France in the tune of $500 billion a year. $500 billion. France has no resources. They have become wealthy because of that. Even their president, in their president former Jacques Chirac, he said, without Africa, France will slide into a third world country. I'm not, making anything up. I'm not, I'm just stating what's in the history book. So, I mean, if you take away, if you put things on an even playing field, and if African leaders could ever get on one accord and get their head out the sand and quit acting so dang stupid, and unite that ground, they will literally own the world. As a matter of fact, it is a fact, not opinion, not my opinion, not anyone else. It's a fact. Who controls Africa controls the world. So who controls Africa controls the world.
So this is actually a CFA. I thought I had some Leons, but I don't. But about 600 CFA, which is all the French-speaking francophone countries use in Africa. 600 CFA equals $1 US. 600.
Yeah, think about that. But Sierra Leone is one of the wealthiest nations on the earth. Rich in abundance of natural resource. There's one country in Africa that exceeds the wealth of practically all the other nations combined. One. Democratic Republic of Congo. Mm-hmm. It's been constantly into war and turmoil. As a matter of fact, the assassination of Patrice Lumumba, who I admire greatly, who was the leader of the Democratic Republic of Congo, who was assassinated by the West. I think Belgium and France, United States had something to do with that. Well, he was tired of paying these taxes. He wanted to unite Congo. Congo is like a dang Wakanda, resource wise. But their currency is so unstable, wars and everything, they can't unite. And so people are looking at these things, and it's a different day. The President Lumumba was assassinated about 56 years ago. Shortly after that, Malcolm X said it was the most important assassination in the 20th century. He wrote those words that he was saying, that he's saying around there. And then, but primary thing, when leaders are assassinated, excuse me for doing, I'm looking for something real quick. When leaders are assassinated, get this book right here. Get this book. The title says it all. The death that strangled the heart of Africa. Talks about the assassination of Patrice Lumumba. Many people don't know about it, especially on this continent. Over here in Africa, they definitely know. But read about how great this man was. Read about his vision. Had he would have been alive, Africa would have been a whole different ball game. Thomas Shakur, had he would have been alive. See, leaders who it's not that Africa is weak economically. It's the leadership over there. See, strong leaders, they're assassinated, and until Africa decide they want to build up a military, until they decide they want to be able to protect themselves, until they start trading their resource with this little colored dollars or British pounds or Japanese yen, until they start getting united, they're going to constantly be overgrown economically and be enslaved. That's fact. Until you get leaders out of there, puppet leaders, who sell the will of the people out, who sell the fisheries, the ports, the gold mines, and everything, even including your country, Nigeria. Nigeria has weak leadership. I can't. Those guys could easily control the wealth of Africa easily. They're divided, tribal factions, whatever. You know, I mean, you know, Nigeria is an OPEC nation. So for those of you who say, we don't really talk about Africa, in economic, actually, some of the thing is the whole opposite true. But you have to talk about these things, because once you understand that paper money is nothing but a Ponzi scheme, and it's assets that matter, gold, land, real estate, precious minerals, that's where your real wealth is. And you keep chasing paper, you're going to lose all day long. But this is what you're looking to acquire. You're looking to acquire gold, small gram increments to build up your wealth. You're looking to do that. And you're looking to take the assets that come in here and put it in more assets like gold and precious artwork, real estate. You're looking for to create wealth streams, because wealth is in the land. And I feel very, very strongly about this. With Carrot Bars, it allows us to create a wealth stream, yes. But you better believe when I go over there, I definitely plan on owning the land. I'm not going over there interested in renting nobody's apartment. I'm not interested in doing. I want to get land. Probably, I grew up on a farm. Wouldn't mind having about 50 acres of land over there. All the other countries of the world, people of the world do it over there. I'm quite sure I could too. So but nevertheless, I'm a practical man, and I understand that you must have economics to do that. You have to do that, because if you can talk all day long, you can have the dream that you want to do, like Marcus Garvey had, as great as he was, as Nelson Mandela, as great as he was, or many of these other great leaders, or even as great as some of you are on the stream. But if you don't have resources, all it is talk. You don't have anything to bring it to pass. People say, well, we ought to unite. Yes, but I unite with the right we. I'm not looking to work with everybody. I'm not looking to spend my energy. I'm not looking to plan and build with everyone. I'm just not. I'm looking to plan with people of similar vision. When I have a vision for myself where I want to go. I want to empower other people to attain financial freedom, not necessarily by what I do with Carrot Bars. It's a vehicle, and I found it to be extraordinary good vehicle, especially for the middle class and poorer class, and even some of the upper echelon, because it deals with a tangible asset, gold anyway. But it's about income streams, Dinaz. So if you got this, let me tell you something. If you got this, you got gold right here. I don't care what the dollar do. You heard me correctly. If I'm holding gold in my hands, if I have gold reserves, I always have money. I care less what the dollar's doing. If I got that in small increments, or if I got that in my crypto and I got that in my land, Dinaz, I care not what the dollar is doing. The same philosophy that Mayer Rothschild, look him up too. Look that family up. They have been controlling the global banking system for generations, centuries. Mayer Rothschild, he made a quote. He said, "Give me control over nation's currency, and I care not who make the laws." He said that. And so we got to understand what money is. Paper is not money. Tangible, hard set gold is money. If for anything just like that, you ought to open up your free gold savings account just on that statement. Gold is money, and it's been money for the last 5,000 years, and it will continue to be money. And so you have to, if countries are using that to back up their fiat currency, the more gold reserves a nation have, the stronger their currency is on the worldwide market. Well, it behooves me, the more gold reserves that I have and gold I acquire, the stronger my wealth is, in my family or my business. It just makes sense. And especially I can pass this on. I can have descendants 4 generations and they can still hold this and it'd be more valuable. What do you think that paper dollar is going to be? I mean, we see the amount of purchasing power it lost right now. Take for instance 1920, a kilo of gold was about $640, or you could have cash of $640. They had the exact same purchasing power. You could actually go out there and buy a new Ford Model T vehicle. You know, fast forward like 2020 right now. You know, that $640 probably is not even worth by today's standards. Probably not even worth 12. But yet that $645 kilo of gold in 2020 standards is well over $40,000. It was still easy to buy that gold. Now, question: Did the power of the gold go down along with cash? No, because technically that cash should be able to still buy that car. And as Michael Delco has so eloquently said, my sponsor was responsible for me and being in this business, who's responsible for all you guys on this channel being in this business, you know, through Dynasty Amir. You know, he said that that money must be a store of value. Other words, for something to define money, whether paper or gold or any other intangible instrument, it must store your labor, meaning that it must hold the same, if not greater value 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, in order for it to be considered real money. That eliminates every currency, fiat currency around the world. And when I say fiat currency, I'm talking about paper money. You know, but it certainly doesn't eliminate gold. Voltaire said, he was an economist, English economist, and he said that all fiat currency will basically will ultimately return to the intrinsic value, which is zero. And we're seeing that. You know, Zimbabwe went through hyperinflation a couple of years back, Dinas. You know, we see Venezuela has experienced that, or is experiencing that now, where you what is about maybe $800 or $1,000 their currency can't get 12 eggs right there now. Venezuela is an OPEC nation. Mm-hmm. Okay, we saw that happen in World War I Germany. You know, when the mark, you know, when the wheelbarrow of marks went by, you know, practically a loaf of bread and other things. You know, before that war, that's one of the reasons why Germany went to war, because wars generally have a way of generating industries and borrowing. You know, as far as for what I'm seeing in history, where we're seeing this, but we're seeing this with other currencies around the world too. And you know, and so you can't code debt loads like that. You can't. So you have inflation on one hand, debt loads, crushing debt loads on the other hand, which means interest payments are going out there. So you have to have something that doesn't participate in that system. Harold Sykes created Karatbar, back in 2011. He, based on getting small gold increments to the masses. When I say small gold increments, Dynas, this is what we call cash gold. You see that 0.1 gram, and right here, that's gold right there. I can literally buy this for like $7.82 euros.
Yeah, about nine.
Just go and buy that. This is going to keep going up. You know, you eat that lunch, that nice lunch at Subways or whatever you want to do. That's gone. But this is going to keep going up. Yeah. You know, just $7. So for those you say, well, I can't do anything, can you just take $7? You know, I was catching myself yesterday. I said, dang it, man, my last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and dang, I done bought about maybe $40 worth of cigars and just smoked it up.
All right.
It looked cool, but it was gone. What the heck am I thinking? I should have bought gold. At least I would have had something. I'm not against buying good things for yourself, but we got to switch our mind different. Yes, I have gold. Yes, I have gold-backed cryptocurrency. Yes, I have euros, but it is not the time to play with finances right now. So Karatbars, hey, we can get for register for free. You know, register on Dynasty Amir's account free. It's right there on the left, right there. It takes 7 minutes, and I believe everybody in the world should have a Karatbar gold savings account. Everybody should be acquiring gold for themselves, because it's going to help protect your wealth. The more you have, the better. You know, Dynas, when I bought this stuff, man, back in 2015, when I came part of Karatbars, 2015, that gold that you saw me hold in my hand, an ounce of that was like $1,160. Fast forward now to 2020, May 15, 2020, gold is now up over $1,700. I just made money simply by holding it.
Right.
Okay. And then I went out and told other people. who told other people, who told other people, and who told other people. And lo and behold, I woke up and, have got a business around the world, close to 12,000 business affiliates. We're running from my home, running on a cell phone. I get paid. I started getting paid in euros. I instantly had a home-based business, which incidentally 79 million people in the next 5 years. And I think it's going to be more since what's going on right now is going to have a home-based business. Why do they want a home-based?
Have to.
Because they're going to have to. They're going to have to. They gotta minimize those taxes. Taxes are between taxes and wealth, ladies and gentlemen. Your wealth, the taxes and inflation, should I say? Apologies for that. Taxes and inflation, your wealth is literally being extracted out of your home, and it's slow bleeds, it's slow cuts, but nevertheless, it's being extracted. That's why you see people with like six figure income jobs living in trailers over in California. I mean, you think about that. Think about that, and you're seeing all that, and it's going to get worse. That's why you're seeing dang near close to 40 million people out of jobs just in the United States. If we were to take the global numbers, it'd probably be somewhere. Go ahead, Dinas.
Yeah, I was gonna say I looked it up yesterday. I think 20. It was like the numbers like at almost 30 million as far as filed for unemployment.
Many of those people, unfortunately, aren't going to get them. Many of those people, unfortunately, are going to get them. Dynas and Mir, we want these guys. Well, I can't speak for Dynas. Maybe his stimulus check showed up today. Mine certainly hasn't.
I'm gonna check. Hold on, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go check. Go ahead.
Mine certainly hasn't. So governments can't. Governments are eventually. The free money is going to have to stop, and people are going to get out there and on their own and figure it out. But save a lot of gold. Tell a lot of people, make a lot of money. As far as with carrot bars, it's just the ultimate business. Literally, the product literally is money, and so that's why we're so excited about it. And we get paid about close to 5 times a month. Every Friday on a MasterCard in euros that we can spend anywhere MasterCard is accepted. We could take cash off the card. So it's just really been a banging thing for us. Because most people on here, don't have like several $100,000 to start a business. And why would you want to start a business this climate anyway? Who's going to come see you? So, but meanwhile, virtual businesses like carrot bars and over the internet, they're booming now. They're absolutely booming. Far as that, when people saying you can't go work and work and all. I mean, I went to get my hair cut, Dynas, and I was so glad they opened up. Man, them cats was in there dressed like it was Mortal Kombat, and I was too with the mask.
I went to get my hair cut 2 weeks ago. I walk in. Well, see, the thing is, I was the only person in the shop, and there was another barber on the far end. So my barber wasn't even there yet. So he gets there dressed up like Mortal Kombat. When you come in, you have to wear a mask. I had to sign a waiver, basically saying if I catch COVID, I can't blame the shop. Since I've already had COVID, he knew about it. You could tell he was kind of nervous. So he was, I don't know. He was, Dynas, you straight? You sure? You cool? You all right? Everything okay? They say you cleared? You sure?
Man, you just said something static, but you didn't even catch it, because and I'm not laughing, but you didn't even catch what you said, and this is millions of people around the world right now. It's I don't know about a lot of other countries. 2 countries I can speak on pretty cool. That's the United States and Canada, because I'm very experienced and I've been to both, but living United States, citizen here, and spent much time up in Canada. But you said, he wants you to sign a waiver, but that's not what got me. He said, you sure? He's shaking, but he cutting your hair. Why did he take that chance? Because he needed an income.
Let me say this.
He needed an income.
He was nervous, because I had it. He said he had a client that passed away from it.
Mm-hmm.
But then he was just like, look, his friends and some of his friends and family members were upset that he opened up his shop. But he was like, I still got bills to pay. Still got my rent to pay on my shop. My other barbers.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah. His other barbers are scared to come to the shop, so the money that he'll get from booth rent, that's gone. So pretty much
But
everything is
think about that. Think about that. Dinance, you and I ain't scared to turn our computer on. See, listen very carefully to me, ladies and gentlemen. Listen very carefully to me. Dinance, Amir, and I make our money through Carrot Bars from home, in the comfort of my home. Do we come on here with Mortal Kombat mask on? No. But you better believe when I was walking it, you better believe when I was walking in the Publix, I had that. You know, the owner of Tribe Decor, Dinance ordered me one for her. You know, I keep that in my car where I don't forget it. And I want to get another one for her because you know I'm wearing, I'm rotating that out. But we don't when we run it. God Almighty, help me to explain.
I got it.
We run a global business free from the comfort of our home that pays us 5 times a month every Friday without risking our health, anyone else's health. We can make as much money as we want. We're saving our gold. We're collecting our euros. You know, we're getting paid in our euros. We're acquiring our cryptocurrency, and we're building wealth from our home on our time. You know, I mean, as God is my witness, no, I love that man, Dinance Amir, right now, but I would not go visit him now. You know, I got to be sure that he's straight. I really do. No, he's a younger man than me. Yeah, I'm in very good shape. You know, and I want to stay that way. But I have insurance. No, I can go on the open market and look at buying it, you know, which I'm eventually going to have to. You know, so I can't take that chance. I mean, are you understanding me? And so, but nevertheless, I need an income. Like anyone, when you guys hear me talk about Publix so much, they don't give it for free. And so I'm able to create an income. Dinance is able to create an income from home. Michael Delco, who's been on the show twice, and we're going to get him in the create an income. Willie and Sherry Brown, Ty Best, Tanisha Glaspie, you know, Roger Williams. These are all Carrot Bar affiliates that I named that are free in this because of this business. Full time. That's all they do. Shirlane Gober, Tammy Morrison, Ty Best, because they decided, you know, to create something, you know, that allowed them to control their own future. And Dinance, we didn't even see this Corona thing. Man, we was talking about this stuff. We didn't even see this. No, it just took the world by storm.
Fitzgerald, I want to address this. I got a text message from a partner, and I told the partner that their strategy was off. But I want to get your counsel on this. Good afternoon. I'm one of the affiliates in Carrot Bars. I wanted to know, where do I click to see how many people joined under me? I haven't purchased a package yet because I first want to see how many are interested in buying. I just told her that strategy is off, but I could be wrong. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, no, I mean, ma'am, let me answer your question. Let me answer it instead of telling you to call me, because Lord knows I'm taking so many calls. Log on to your Carrot Bars, go to team statistics all the way over to the right, click dual team, and you'll find out how many people you got in your account. But let me ask you something. Why are you playing with this?
Well, okay. my thing is okay. If it's dependent on if somebody, you know, the way I take this question is, all right. So are you not going to go out and present the opportunity and recruit more people, or are you just dependent on how many people?
I agree with you, man. I don't know what the end game to that question is. I mean, you want to see if people are coming in your group before you make a move. Ma'am, I was making a move before I had anybody.
Yeah.
No, I am my magic in there. I'm the one that generates my wealth. Okay. Rock and roll me. I'm not, not too far from 12,000. This time next year, I'll have close to 30. I'm not dependent. This thing is driven by Fitzgerald Stephens. I know there's a certain amount of money I have to make every week. And I'm not waiting for anyone to do it. First of all, if you don't get a business package, you're not going to be making much money, period. That's the first thing. So what business package you get? I suggest you get a VIP like Dynas and I. If that's something you get, if that's something that you too much of a stretch, get a gold or a silver package at least. You're going to maximize the compensation plan, but you got to get serious about your business. I don't see how that affects your income. I mean, Dynas, as great as he is, he don't wait for me. That man is bothered. He has income goals, and I really don't know exactly what they are. But all I know is he has to have money. All I know if he has what most people make, in 2 weeks of pay, if he make it in 1 week, he's frustrated. And I know he makes a very good income by his hustle, what he's doing. I know that. I know him and I are working to help each other grow wealth, and we just don't have time. We'll work with someone, and the way we go, people like, hey, I'm interested, and just because you sign up, we don't really count you. You don't really count you that you're going to do something. We want to see you get a package. We want to start seeing you sharing with each other, duplicating that, replicating that. Then once we see that, we're like, Dynas, give that person some support. Let's go ahead and get behind it. Let's go ahead and keep building it. So I've had an affiliate one time said, I got people on my right side because the way they fall over for spillover, and I can explain that a little bit later on another stream, or Michael Delco already explained it on his Facebook channel, which I suggest you guys subscribe to Michael Delco on Facebook, who is a genius with this game. Someone said, Dynas, okay, I see you built my side. Are you going to put people in my other side too? I told him no. I said, heck, if I'm going to put people in, I'm going to contact them myself and put them in my organization. Why would the world would I do that? I'm a little bit more, how can I put it, more direct, but it don't make sense. We don't come here to stack up everything for you so you can just knock it down. We're going to work with you. We're going to help you, but we're busy. Why? Because we're building our own business. Dynas is building for his son. Not yours, not mine. He's building for his family. I'm building for my family. Michael Delco is building for his family. Sure, we get spillover. Sure, we help each other. But nobody should be after your business and nobody have to grow for your income and in your life stronger than you. Once that clicks with Dynas and I, and we see you right there, we're jumping in this thing knee deep with you. That's what we do. We're going to help you set your business up. We're going to help you order a package. We're going to show you how to get on autosave. We're going to show you how to build. And then after that, we're right with you to help you build. If you decide just to sit on it, that's your prerogative too, but you're not going to make any money. And most people who do that, those are the people, who say things that are scam, Dynas. Those are the people because they simply don't want to work.
So again, I watched this Herbalife.
I'm not calling this person saying she's a scam. I'm not saying that.
No.
Those are the people who say stuff is a scam because they don't want to put in the work. And then want to say, that's not working. Call about maybe 3 people in 5 months. All 3 say no to you. Then you like, that's just a scam. No, you ain't working.
Well, for sure. And see, I watched this. Again, guys, it's on Netflix. There's this Herbalife documentary, and you had these people protesting Herbalife, and then they'll tell their story, and it's just like, if it's not guaranteed, and then if you don't put in the work, now there's a success formula, but I don't see why you guys are mad at Herbalife. Like that's like me, Fitzgerald reaches out to me, and this is the issue with network marketing. People just think that you go to the raw meeting, you sign up, and then it's just you're gonna wake up one morning, you're gonna be Michael Delco, and I don't understand why people get that. Then they say it's a scam. It's a scam, and I'm just like, what did you do? Okay, you call 5 people, you call 5 of your family members, they said no, it didn't work, and then now you're saying it's a scam. Like I don't get it. We get paid every Friday. Every product or service we ordered we got it. Is on the way. It's like I just I don't get where the scam part is coming from. And then usually,
you can't put behind your laziness or your lack of courage or whatever. This is your household, so excuses ain't good to nobody but you to be a placebo to you, but no one else is buying that. For example, when I was even in the corporate world, but perhaps the best job I've ever had in my life, and I would be there right today had I wouldn't have got sick. It was called Thrive. My friend and my boss, Dr. Anthony Ricciazzi. We had flew down to Dallas, and I was doing my orientation, and I remember this to this like it was yesterday. Like it was 3 seconds ago. We was walking to the cafeteria, and Tony simply looked at me. He said, "You don't sell, you don't stay." I knew the rules. You don't sell, you don't stay. That same conversation could have had to have with Dynas when he was with his career, or it could have many of you in your career. It not necessarily sell, as far as that, because nothing happens without a sale. But let me put it to you like this: if you don't produce, you don't make income. I mean, this thing is all about production. And now, most people really, a lot of people really want that. They understand that. They understand that they get paid to produce, and But unlike a lot of the other things, Dynas, you don't have these corporate shell games to play. You don't have to worry about if you don't have education. If you have too much education, I've been told that before. Right. If you don't know someone, or if you do know someone, you have 149 countries that you can operate, with over 6 billion people. So when people tell me I don't know anybody, I bring them back home. I remind them, but I'm really not hearing you. 6 billion people, and it comes down how bad you want it. Dynas called me frustrated 2 days ago, and he said, "Fitzgerald, he said, man, I'm not doing." I'm like, "Dynas, you're doing fine." I made a mistake in telling that. Never try to pacify a hungry man. What I mean, an ambitious man.
I gotta write that down. Hold on, I gotta write that down.
Never try to pacify a hungry, ambitious man. Never ever do that. If anything, you want to make him more hungry. So what he said to me, he said, "Hey, Fitzgerald, I'm frustrated." And I made a mistake and say, "You're doing well." I won't make that mistake of him again. I certainly won't make that for any of you guys who call me. Because Dynas told me, man, I want to pay my home off this year. Now it's pretty good 6 figures. He said, "I want to pay my home off this year." And so once I caught myself and realized sometimes you can be foolish thinking you're polite, because you can't agree with people's excuses. You can't be, never, ever try to pacify a hungry man. Never. And what I mean by that, you're agreeing with him. You're telling him it's going to be all right, or you're doing all right. Where I should have twisted the knife. So, man, no. But after, when I came to myself, I said, "You know what, Dynas, you can. Let's go ahead and make it happen. Now, this is what we need in order for you to make it happen. You can pay that home off this year." Michael Delco's doing it. That's the one I always throw at him. Michael Delco's doing it. And so that thrive and drive makes him sit around here and put something together for his household and his son, because you know what? He said, "I want to get my home paid off." Now, question, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Forget about Carrot Bars. What do you want to do with the income that you can make for this? What is it? Student loans, to pay your student loans off? How about, ma'am? Do you want to bring your spouse home? That's what my wife would tell me. Hey, I want to be able to retire you. And that's what she would say to me. Even with us being separated, I mean, that's still the thing on the table with her. Hey, I want to retire you, because we would tell that to each other, and we had this goal as far as what we were going to shoot for. What do you want to do? Maybe you want to take care of your elderly parents. Maybe you want to bring them out to nursing home and build a home for them outside on your property. Maybe you want to pay for your child's education debt free. What do you want? What do you want? Carrot Bars can give you the income to get all of that, with your working and with us working with you. And so it comes down to what you want. As a matter of fact, If you don't really want anything far as to this, don't join with us. Because if you don't want anything, you're not going to work for it. And if you're not going to work for it, you're not going to achieve anything. And I firmly believe that. Don and Samir are very serious about our economic life and your economic life. And we simply don't have time to cats who whining, who making excuses, who's seeing everything around them practically burned down. What do you mean, Fitzgerald? Unemployment numbers, job losses, foreclosures, businesses closing. Man, my heart went out last night, Diane. I saw this gentleman on Facebook, 78 years old. He lost his music store up there in Michigan, because the governor shut down the place, wouldn't let him work or his business. I mean, I ain't talking about these big conglomerates like Amazon and a lot of these other stores. They're going to be fine. I'm talking about the small time business owners. I was one. That's your life. If someone shuts down your business, that's just as important to you as your family. I assure you.
For sure. Let me interject. I'm sorry. So there was another story. I think the guy had a bar. I forgot where it was, but he had to shut it down. He said, if I lose my bar and I have to go back to work, I would rather just catch COVID.
Yeah, because remember, Diane, some people, the worst thing that can happen to them is they don't have a job. For entrepreneurs and people like that, men like Diane Samir and I, the worst thing can happen to us is we got to go get one.
Right.
Even with all these several million people work, Diane and I have no doubt we could have a job by the end of next week. Right. No doubt. No doubt. We know what we can do. But for us to go back out to a job to compete, I'm not saying it won't happen. If I'm humble enough, if I got to do it, I can go ahead and do it. But I ain't going to want to. My body will be there, but my mind is in the cosmos. How can I spend this and how can I put this together? So I'm pretty much well finished. Save a lot of gold. What's the first thing? Register for free. FREE. Register your free affiliate account, not a customer affiliate account. Okay. You're going to get an email from Carrot Bars, and then you click on that email to verify your account. Diane Samir is going to reach out to you and call you. He's going to help you with your business pack and among other things. Then he's going to connect you with me. My number is 1716-573-6296. It rings to my personal cell number right here. That's been the personal cell number for several years. Why do you give your personal cell number, Fitzgerald? I want people to get in touch with me. Okay, that's I'm not hiding anything. I want people to get in touch with me. At the cell number, or send me an email, fitzgeraldstephens@gmail.com. fitzgeraldstephens@gmail.com, my first and last name. For those of you who are overseas, Africa, Europe, the Caribbean, just call me by WhatsApp. I have that. I have unlimited calling plan on my phone and stuff. And so I'm going to help you. What's my job? I sit around and train you. I train you how to use this multi-million-dollar website business that's for free. I train you how to maneuver through that. I train you how to build. I train you how to talk to people. I plug you into wealthbuildersworldwide.info, a teaching system by Mr. Ty and Valerie Best from here in the United States, that's going to train you and show you how to build wealth. What's so significant about Ty and Valerie Best? Only that he became a millionaire as far as with network marketing business. He was free for 25 years before Carrot Bar even showed up. He just got into this on a whim. And he'll tell you himself he's never seen anything about it, anything that can match it, stuff like that. So we get to help build, because one of the things, Diane, that I'm seeing, a lot of people fail. And I can't speak for your past experiences. What you had, but all I know is this: Diane and I are going to give you the support. Wealth Builder is going to give you the support. A lot of people fail because maybe their sponsor is not doing something, or maybe they're not plugged in. But ultimately, that's your responsibility. But I assure you, Amir and Stevens, we hold your hand. We rock and roll with you. Now please don't call us telling you don't lost your password or you ain't logged in your account 6 months. Please don't, please take your business serious. Please, we can sit around there and help you, but please take responsibility for growing your things. Please don't tell us you just don't know what you're doing this for, Please don't call us telling you going to try it. If you're going to try it, once again, don't register. You have to do it. You're going to do it. Set however much time you want, as far as what to do that. But, we're simply the stakes are too high, Dynas. The stakes are too high. What people are dealing with, people's lives are, financial lives are being destroyed, and fortunately, the poor get poorer and the rich get richer. And so you're either going to be rich or you're going to be poor. There is no middle class no more. That's gone. There is no American dream, no Abidjan dream, no Egyptian dream, no British dream, no Australian dreams. That's over with. And so the dream, so I have to stop dreaming, wake up and go to work. And that's what we allow you to do. And so we're going to help you. We're here for you. As I have been stating for the last 2 days, this makes the third. Prince Dynas Amir and I are looking for business partners. Like anything else, we want to expand, and we're looking for business partners. We're not looking for just anyone else. We're looking for the Michael Delcos of the world, the Ty Best, the Tanisha Glassfield, the Dynas Amirs, the Fitzgerald Stephens of the world. People who like, man, I can't keep going on doing this the way for someone else. I got to have my time. We don't care if you're male or female, white, black, gay, straight, atheist, godly. It doesn't matter to us. Only thing we want to bring to us, that all you bring is your dream. Hey man, like I got to be free. Like Mr. Edwin Green up in Chicago. I got to be free. Already a very nice professional as far as what he do. Like Mr. Marcus Brown in Virginia. These are real estate professionals. Like Queen T. Down in the southeast. This woman is a banker, professional banker. She's been around money all her life. So we're not attracted, the same is the thing. If I'm making money, I don't have a lot of time. And I want to get my time back, and I don't want to just retire with peanuts. Dynas, I was talking to another realtor yesterday, and he said, man, because we had talked about it. I told him, I said, okay, you got a small window, and pretty soon this stuff is going to start imploding on you. People are going to start hoarding their money, conserving money. That's exactly what happened, man. I got these deals, and I said, what would it mean that you get you could create an extra $5,000 a week? A week? So yeah, with no chargebacks, without having to worry about a banker giving you a loan. He was ecstatic. He said, okay, I see what you're seeing, and this is what you can do. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you guys enjoy your weekend. Generally, Dynas and I take Sunday off because we keep piping this message, because you know what? We still get calls. If someone would say, why you guys come on all day? Because we got millions of people we want to reach.
Right.
And there are millions of people waiting for us. Do you know that you could be sort of the only hope that someone has? See, I have people that Dynas can't reach. He has people I can't reach. You have people you can't reach, and you know people who you can't reach their people. This is a collective, and once it gets going, it can pay you ecstatically well, And so Dynas, you have a good day. Everyone have a good weekend, man. It's always a pleasure. See, this isn't work to me. I sincerely enjoy talking and helping change people's lives for the better. This is a work. When I used to work with the software jobs and all that, that was work. That was hard work. When I used to go out there and sell insurance policies, that was work. I don't consider this work because this is my purpose. It's something I love to do. I just love to help people's lives get better financially. I just really do. So on that note, Dynas, I'm going to get out of here, man, and take it easy. And I promise to stay out of Publix today.
Okay.
And appreciate it. Hey, they take the euros on my car, but so you guys take care and everything. God bless each and every one of you. It's a pleasure to serve all you.
Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you go to Amazon.com, buy a book. And real quick with Care Bars, to keep it simple. In fact, we got to give credit to Fitzgerald for this. When I played football growing up, KISS was an acronym that stood for Keep It Simple, Stupid. None of you are stupid on here. We're not stupid people. So we had to change it to keep it simple, student. All right. So what you're doing, all right, you're acquiring a package. Okay. We have 4 packages: bronze, silver, gold, VIP. We recommend silver because within a 5-week period, you have the opportunity to earn upgrade twice. And that upgrade could put you into the VIP, which is the top of the food chain. Okay. So you're going to buy a package. With that package, you're going to get some gold. And also that gives you your franchise. All right. You have access to our back office, our technology, the training, support, everything. You have your own franchise. Okay. And then all you're going to do is get others to do the same thing. Either buy a franchise from you buy a franchise through you, or buy gold through you. And you get a commission for that, and you build a team in which you can earn residual income, where you can leverage the efforts of your team, where you can build wealth. Okay. That's what you're doing. Just to keep it simple. All right. That's what you're doing. And how do you bring up the conversation instead of talking about for love and hip hop and, basketball wives and Trump and Biden? Hey, do you look for additional ways to earn income? Do you keep your income options open? I have this great opportunity through Karat where, you literally could have your own gold franchise. Watch this video, therealmoney.info, watch it, call them back, send them your affiliate link. They sign up. And then if you need help, you call me and Fitzgerald. That's it, guys. Let's just get the ball rolling and let's get it cracking. So everyone, thank you so much for joining.
Hey, I gotta ask real question real quick. I feel someone's asking this. Okay, you have 70,000 subscribers. You have a chain. You're very unique in all the world of Karat bars. You have a huge forum. What would you tell someone like myself who didn't have that? What would you tell someone who don't have that advantage? I mean, how would you talk to people apart from that? Would you obviously recommend get off your backside and cold call? That's what you would recommend. Okay, no problem. You already got the tools there. Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah. No, but I would also say, again, we all started at 0. I started with 0 subscribers. So we all started with 0, and every sales career me and Fitzgerald had, we went into that territory. I had 0 cards. Now I might have had some junk cards from the rep before me, but for the most part, you start at 0. So that's what I would tell them. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Affiliate link is in the chat room. It's on the screen and the little ticker on the bottom, and it's also in the description. Till next time, family. And someone asked, when is me and Kala coming back on? Me and Kala will be rising up tomorrow night, you guys. Again, me and Kala Genesis will be rising up tomorrow night. So guys, around 7 or 8 o'clock p.m. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Till next time.
I'm a fan of that man myself.
Yeah. So we rising up tomorrow night.
I'm a fan of Kala myself. Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
Sir. Yes, sir. Till next time, family. Peace.